all you have to do is get 3 customers a month. That's easy, right? But then it gets in your head. Then people start saying no. Then people start asking you questions and you don't know how to handle them. Then you start doubting yourself. Then you're not going to hit any of your goals, because the minute you doubt and create that belief that you had for a second to go away, you're not going to push through and reach your highest potential. Let's keep it simple. I'm going to show you guys what it means to plant seeds and funnel it through a process that I find works. So we have a funnel. Your job as a coach is to get people through this funnel, down here, and these little people right here who fall through the hole, those are going to become your customers. Those are become your challengers. Those are going to become your coaches. But you know what happens? If you're not filling this up, nothing is ever going to get down here. A lot of times people think, okay, I have invited one person. That's a customer. Boom. No, you're not going to get one customer per one invite. You know what you might get though? You might get one customer per 20 invites. You might get one customer per 50 invites. Is that hard to hear? Sure it is. But let's say you see this pile of seeds. All right, so here are some seeds, and we're going to be planting those seeds. So my husband's going to love me because I'm making a mess. We're going to plant those seeds. We're going to sift through them. We're going to just get to know people, hang out, build relationships with them, follow up with them. Don't be salesy. And I'm going to demonstrate to you what you could say, but be you. Don't copy and paste. That's gross. Be interested in them. You need to listen more than you talk. And you know what's going to happen? You're going to start building those relationships, and some people are going to start to fall through. Some people are going to go through that funnel, but it might not be all at once. You're going to get a lot of no's at first. You're going to get a lot of people who say, oh, I just can't afford it this month. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, because at the end of the month, if you plant, let's say, 50 to 100 seeds, you might get a handful of customers. It's that easy, guys. So planting seeds, this is what I mean. First and foremost, planting seeds, easy. Building new relationships, contacting a couple of people a day, being interested in them. If you're an introvert, that's okay, because you can absolutely succeed in this business. As a matter of fact, I think you have a unique angle, because your heart will be so large in helping people, because you're probably driven by service and love acts. If you're an extrovert, you're like, no problem, let me go hang on to these people and just tell them all about challenge groups. Well, both of those spectrums need to reel it in a little bit and think about the goal here. The goal is to help people. So always keep in mind the person you're talking to. Don't always think in your mind, oh, okay, well, this person's a challenge pack. That's 2 points. That's $50. That's hitting my goal. No. Listen to them. That's 15 pounds they can lose. That's their vacation they can feel more confident on. That's how we can help them earn a bigger paycheck. Think of others. Listen to others. A way that you'll be able to plant seeds, obviously listening to them, loving on as many people as possible. But guys, what's going to make this really, really easy is if you develop social media credibility. You have got to post publicly about your challenge groups. You cannot invite people to join you if you're not hosting a challenge group and if you're not inviting the world for it.
I had doubts, I had fears, inviting, oh yeah, it's a 3 vital behavior, I do it every day. No, we probably don't. Unless you do, and that's great, but let's be honest. Do you literally sit down at your computer and invite every single day? If you do, that's awesome, because that means you are an expert. If you don't, hey, there's room for growth here, okay? And you need your name on the leaderboard soon. So first myth. You think that you have a big sign on your forehead that's like a car salesman that says, I'm a gross salesperson. That's what I think, because I don't like salespeople. I think they're scummy. I think they're just trying to get something for themselves. So that was a doubt and a fear that I had to overcome. Okay, another thing is if you skip 4 days of inviting, you can do like a crash day and catch up and it won't really make a big deal. False. That is a myth, and I'll tell you why later, okay? It's not the same difference. Another one, I swear I have invited everyone, every single person I've ever met my whole entire life. They all told me no, and I'm whining about it. Well, no, we've been there. Everyone in the whole entire planet has not been asked, and there's many other people you probably haven't thought about. And I hope you guys are okay with me talking pretty brash. I'm not a harsh person, but I am just gonna be upfront. This is how it is, okay? So no whining. I don't want anyone to say, I don't want to invite. That's cool. If you don't want to invite, you don't have to, but you're not going to go hit your goals. Another thing is, if you're just looking at this like a system, like it's all for you, I just need to convince 3 people. Okay. I just need to convince 3 people that they need to buy a challenge pack. And do you like how I spelled challenge pack wrong? Y'all know I did this in 5 seconds. Man, that's a pet peeve of mine. I love myself. It is not just about selling something, people. It is about sharing this and giving people a fresh start. Think about why you joined, okay? So those are some myths. Let me talk about some truths. Whatever you need to do. You see this little tiger down here, whatever it is, that's like a hunter. You don't want to be that person on the prowl because that's a gross salesperson. What you want to do is just lead by example. Truth. It will get easier. Don't freak out. It will become more natural. It does feel weird right now, doesn't it? I mean, raise your hand. Come on. Like when you're first sitting on an invite, when you're first posting your stuff about challenge groups, you're like, this is really weird. I'm excited, but nobody's liking anything. They're probably making fun of me behind my back. Who cares? Really? Who cares? You're doing it for the great stuff. Another thing, momentum is real. Snowball that's happening, guys, feel it, okay? The way that I like to explain to my team, it's like pushing a snowball uphill. That's hard, but the snowball is still getting bigger, but it's also getting heavier, and you just have to keep on pushing it. And then the big momentum happens when you reach that peak, and it falls downhill, and it is just rolling and growing and growing. So push that snowball uphill right now. The top coaches invite, they still do it every single day, okay? So this is a habit that we all need to get in the hang of. Stop planting seeds, you stop growing. Here's a little visual below. You got the seeds, you plant them. You grow them, you water them, build relationships, and then look at the pretty green field. All right, so I remember when I first became a coach, something that was very significant to me that really, it kind of just lifted the weight off of my shoulders. It's like if you plant a seed, which is exactly what we're talking about today, sometimes that seed takes 30, 60, 90 days to grow. So if you're talking to somebody and you're like, man, they're not telling me yes, I guess this is not cut out for me. Oh, I'm throwing in the towel. I guess I just can't hit Success Club this month. Y'all, be tough. Come on, you are entrepreneurs. We got this. We are strong women who have goals and have dreams, fighting for freedom for our family. We can't throw in the towel when we get a couple of no's. You have to keep planting seeds because those seeds are what is going to get you to your goals 3 months from now, because those people will come around when you water the seeds.
Preview.